Oh, okay, hold on. Now we got an E09 code. Oh, brother. What is that? I think we upset the bike. I guess you can't do that. Well, the more you know, guys, the more you know. All right, here we are, guys. MrCentralDriver back with a brand new video. This is my second video, actually, on the HiKnight GTX1. Obviously, it's nighttime. We're going to be checking out the headlight. Unfortunately, there are no taillights on this thing, so I didn't have any time to put anything on the rear, so we do have to be careful. So if you do ride this thing at night, definitely find a solution for the rear. But let's check out this headlight. We're not going to make this video very long. We're also continuing our range test as well. And when I pull out my phone and go into the speed meter over here and I go into the settings, the last time I rode this thing, we hit 31.5 miles an hour and we did 10.02 miles. Now, you might think that differed, but I did have to drive over here, and when we did leave off, I had to get home as well. So this is the total range that we have on the bike so far. It's exactly 10 miles. We're gonna see what we do in today's video. Right now, we're sitting at 47.5 volts, and we can go down to 39, 40-ish. I don't really like to push these bikes any lower than roughly 42 volts because there's voltage sag and everything like that, but we're just gonna see how low we get, and we're gonna add it on to our range that we currently have. So we have two ways to go. This way has a bunch of these lights, and this way has nothing. So we're gonna go this way so I can show you guys how good this light looks with having no light. And the cool thing about this bike is you don't always have to have this headlight on. There's 3 modes. Now, I don't know what happens if you switch it in the middle of riding. Okay, it just turns off the headlight. All right, now we have no lights whatsoever, and I shouldn't probably stay in the street. There's no cars coming yet. But this is actually a fantastic light. No issues whatsoever. I mean, it doesn't go as far as I would hope it does, but the direct beam right in the front is absolutely nice. I love it. I can see everything. So at least I showed you guys that so you guys understand how good this thing is. I mean, check this thing out. I mean, you can see all the equipment over here, and that looks like a body. I don't know what's over here, but it is nice. Definitely nice. So you do not need to upgrade the headlight. You just got to find something in the rear because that is a huge safety thing. I honestly, like, having a front one is great for you personally, but the rear one is important for people not hitting you. So definitely think about getting something on there, and I'll give you guys my suggestion. Get a Headlight R1. It's for skateboards. I say this in a bunch of my videos if you guys aren't new here. If you guys are new here, you probably understand exactly what I'm talking about. You can go on a website, find them. Sometimes they're on Amazon, sometimes they're sold out. Buy one of those. They're kind of pricey. They flash, they stay on, static, or you can have them do different modes. And they are some of the brightest lights I've ever put on any of my bikes or skateboards. And they are noticeable from, like, if I was all the way down this road, probably about a mile, you would see it. And that definitely gives people enough time to see you. And especially with the flashing mode, people don't know what to think. They don't know if it's like something on the side, emergency vehicle, whatever, and they will definitely notice you. So something I would highly suggest, and as of right now, because I don't have a light in the back, I'm gonna make sure I stay my ass in the bike lane and keep looking behind me because I'm afraid someone's gonna hit me. But anyways, let's get into this. First things first, look at the voltage, 46.5 volts. When I get on it, it goes all the way down to 43.5. That is a huge, 43.4. That is a huge voltage sag drop. So once this thing does go down to like 42 volts, I actually have a feeling it would cut off on you because the voltage sag is gonna be so low that it might trip the BMS in this battery. I don't know. We haven't got that far yet. I don't know if we're gonna do that in today's video, but I'm for sure gonna ride it around. I wanna kind of see how it looks when turning and all that kind of stuff. There's no turn signals on this bike. There's no actual headlight button. The switch is basically the key. So you just do the key if you want the headlight on or off. I think that's pretty cool. I do think I wish I had like a dedicated button for some stuff, some features. It'd have been cool if there's like a daytime running light that you use during the day and then an actual headlight that you have on 24/7. But if you want to be as safe as possible, just run this headlight 24/7. Just turn the key all the way over to the right and you'll be good. All right, no one's behind us. It smells like ass over here. Oh my God. It's really bad over here with the water quality. Man, I gotta tell you, it is bad. So anyways, the way I'm making this video, I just got off of work, working 9 hours, and it is about 12 midnight right now, so it is pretty chilly. I'm in Madeira, and we're pretty much out in the country. They're just building these new houses, so, and if you guys probably watch this channel, you probably know where I stay. It's pretty vacant out here. There's really no one out here. There's only like 2,000 people that live out here so far, and I think it's gonna be about 6,000 people that end up living out here. But it's pretty dead at night, but it's chilly as hell. All we have is fields around us, and I am just freezing my ass off right now. It is cold, but I had to come out here and do this video for you, all right? All right, so anyways, this thing is very nimble. I think I told you guys that in the review video. If you haven't seen it, go back. Again, this is my second video, guys. Second video on this bike. A lot of people always come back and they're like, hey, man, you didn't talk about this bike a bunch. I'm like, go back and watch the other video, man. Where you been at? The algorithm's not picking up the first video for some reason. I don't know. At the end of this video, you'll probably see 2 titles, and it'll link you to the other video if you guys want to check it out. But I've been trying to turn real quick, so I want to show you guys like how this headlight looks. So let's kind of make sure there's no one here. So this is if I was to do a turn. It's actually better than a lot of bikes that have the projector style where it's just cut off flat like that. I actually can see a lot more on this thing, and I do have it angled perfectly for me. I mean, you can move this headlight on the fly. All you have to do is get your hand right here. See, I can cover the headlight if I want, but look, I can move it all the way up and I can move it all the way down. Ooh, look, check this out. Let me show you guys in real time right here. So look, move it down, or you can move it way up. So it's pretty cool that you can adjust this thing on the fly, because a lot of headlights either use like a tool or it's real flimsy. This thing is really stuck on there really good, so it's not gonna bounce all over the place, which I like. I'm not a huge fan of the moped style e-bikes that have the O-rings on the side, like the rubber bushings. I think they do that because it makes it easier to move the headlight back and forth, but I don't know. I feel like it bounces around a lot when I do that, or sometimes it just comes loose and I gotta retighten those screws. This is a fantastic mounting spot for this headlight, and I'll get off the bike real quick and I will show you guys how it looks in the front, because of course, you know, we gotta do that. I gotta show you guys how it looks in the front of the bike, even though it might not seem like anything on camera. You guys gotta take a look at it, especially if you're gonna buy this bike and ride it at night, right? Let's go up here real quick. Oh yeah, whoa. I don't know if I told you in this video, but last video I said the suspension is really plush. It is a very comfortable bike, and it holds up to 550 pounds. However, if you're a heavy person with this suspension in the rear, it is gonna bottom out like shit if you take it off a jump. Trust me, this is perfect for like on-road stuff, light trails and whatnot. If you're a light person, like maybe 100 pounds, you know, 130 pounds. My weight, I don't feel comfortable going and jumping this thing all over the place. I really feel like the suspension would bottom out and not feel very good. But anyway, since we're out here, I don't really see anyone here. Let's check out this front headlight. And one thing about this bike, check this out. Look, I'm trying to set it down on the kickstand. Watch, if you barely move it, look at that. It wants to fall over so bad. I'm not making that up. Make sure if you get this bike, you have to turn the wheel this way. If you turn the wheel this way, your bike is more likely to fall over. So just a heads up. And you know what? I actually have to have the headlight pointed out like that so I can show you guys. All right, so let's walk away from the bike a little bit. Yeah, no, that's a nice headlight. It has like a blue tint to it when I get kind of low, if you guys can see that. Yeah, that's a good headlight. I like it. And it's unique. It's not like a big circle. I like that it has like a prism to it, and then it has a little ball coming out the middle of it. I like that. Something that's probably not a good idea is coming in its back way, because, whoa, oh man, because it's really dark back here, and I don't know if we're gonna run into anyone crazy, but it's a pretty decent neighborhood, so we should be okay. I don't ever really do this on my night videos, but I really like this bike for going off-road because it's so light and nimble, and it doesn't have a huge amount of power, but it has enough to kind of get through some stuff. But I feel like you can just kind of like slide this bike like around. Like, it's so easy to like move around. I feel like I'm not gonna fall off of it or, you know, crash or anything like that. I really feel pretty planted on this thing. But see, check this out, man. It's kind of sketchy back here, man. I ain't gonna lie. I really ain't gonna lie. I didn't even think about all the foxes and stuff. Let me up this headlight just a little bit real quick so I can see a little bit more out there. My shield on my helmet is starting to fog up. I'm not being able to see right now. It is so cold. My breath is probably hella warm, but I just don't want to get sick. I got sick last time riding at night, man, for a whole damn 2 weeks, bro. It was bad, but it'll be all over. This bike is decently fast. Right now we're hitting about 30 miles an hour, and they claim 32. The most I hit on it, I believe, was like, wasn't it 31 or 30.9? I don't know. I showed you guys in the beginning of this video, but it's not bad. We're down to Oh, it was a little squirrely. I didn't feel like I was gonna fall off the bike, but I just felt like I had to, you know, make sure to correct it, you know, myself. But yeah, we have 2 battery bars right now, down to 43.3 volts while we're under throttle. Oh, 42.3 now. Oh my God, this thing is going quick, guys. And I don't know what, you know, total range we're at now. I'm assuming probably maybe like 14 or 15 miles. The battery isn't huge. I mean, it's barely over 20 amp hours, and you got 2,000 watts on this thing. So realistically, you're gonna get probably 20 to 25 miles out of this thing if you're riding it kind of balls to the wall everywhere. And if you weigh anywhere from like 110 to probably like 150 pounds, I feel like I'd probably get about 20 to 22 if I really did ride this thing all the way until it completely died. But I do feel like the last like 5 miles or so, it's gonna go really slow because of that voltage sag, and we're gonna have to bump it into like mode 1 or 2 instead of 3. Okay, your boy really can't see now. I'm gonna wreck. My visor is hella fogged up. So check this out, coming through here. Woo! Heck yeah, man. Woo! I like this thing. This thing's fun. Whee! Check this out, guys, watch. Going from the street to the curb. Nice and smooth, man. Such a smooth bike. And it gets it, you know, like obviously it's no Valtenzu EM5. It doesn't go out of the box 47, then you tune it and it goes like 42. I don't think we're gonna get that. I am going to tune this in the next video, and we'll do that shortly. I do have another video review to do, but for sure I do want to come back and tune this thing in a 3rd video, and I want to see what the max speed we can get out of it. I'm pretty much not going to modify this bike at all because I got so many projects going on, but you can definitely go and drop a bigger, higher voltage battery in this thing, and you can easily up the voltage because it's a far driver controller, so you can go in there and adjust it. Now, I didn't really look exactly at the far driver controller it's coming with, but with all the other bikes in the same category, I'm pretty sure you can up it to 60 or 72 volts. But make sure you look at the controller first, guys, because I don't want to be saying this stuff and then taking my word for it. So take the controller off first, look at the numbers, Google search it, make sure you can change the 72 volt, then go into the far driver app and change it when you get a bigger battery that fits in here. And again, you can fit a bigger battery in this thing because it has foam all the way around the battery, and that is thickness that you can add to an extra battery pack. So I'm sure someone can get like a 25, 72 volt battery in here, or maybe a 20 amp hour 72 volt, I don't know. You're just gonna have to contact the company and give them the measurements and they'll figure it out, but definitely a battery upgrade for this thing would be sick. This is a pretty cool light bike. It's gonna make it a little bit heavier with that battery, but I do feel like this bike can benefit a little bit with a little bit more power, that's all. Not to say it's trash or nothing like that, but you know what, if you are a younger kid and this is like one of your first bikes, I mean, you already stepped up. You're not getting a cheap little e-bike that goes 28 miles an hour. I mean, you're getting a proper, like, pretty fun electric dirt bike. I mean, it's technically not an electric bike because it doesn't have pedals, but you get what I'm saying. A lot of people are getting these at 2TOs and everything like that. And with this thing coming in at roughly like 1,100 bucks, I think it's like $11.49 on Amazon, but that's when it's on sale. Sometimes it goes up to $11.99. So when I made my first video, I noticed that it went up, but you just gotta play with the numbers and see when it goes on sale. Also, Black Friday is right around the corner, so you guys can wait and see if something's gonna happen on Black Friday with this bike. I don't know. To each their own, but so far we're sitting at 42.2 volts. 42.4 actually. It went up because I'm topped out at about 31 miles an hour. And again, we can go down to about, I'd say 40 is safe. 42 resting voltage without throttle is kind of my limit that I really like to, you know, kind of stop at. But I'm okay with going, you know, a little bit farther down. We'll make one more loop and then we'll see what our range is, because I'm actually kind of curious to see what we're gonna get on this bike. And one more time, let's look behind us. I haven't done that in a while. I want to make sure I'm not, you know, zigzagging and someone's behind me and they're not gonna see me. They're not gonna see anything. I got some helmet lights on. I do have some protective gloves, and I got a vest on and stuff like that, stuff that you guys can't see, and I got a full sweater. Most of the time, like, I don't really have good jeans. I just put regular jeans on. I do have some nice jeans from Beyond Riders, so if you guys are ever looking for some Kevlar jeans that are good for like motorcycles or bikes like this, definitely go hit up Beyond Riders. I think the code is MrCentralDriver. Great products, man, great products. And what I like is that they're all about PEV people. It's not a sponsorship. They didn't pay me to say this. It's just I've been working with the company for probably 4 years now, and they're one of the best companies for actually having protective gear and keeping you safe on the road. It is pricey though, don't get me wrong. Some of that stuff is up there, but also injury like crashing is gonna be bad too, you know? All right, so we're gonna have to jump on the curb right here. Hey, they got their gates fixed. About time, man. About damn time. Oh yeah, let's go this way. I wanted to take this little route over here because we're not jumping on the main street. The main street, people just go like 55, 60. We can't go that fast in this thing, so we definitely see how I was saying? People are hauling ass. We can take this thing though. It's a little sketchy at night, I'm not gonna lie. It just literally goes all the way down, man. Oh man, it is really, really like bad to see. I even feel like I have the headlight kind of turned up and I still can't see like more than maybe like 25 feet down there, 30 feet. It just starts getting darker and darker. But hopefully no one pops out. Hopefully no foxes pop out because we're literally right next to an open field over here and it has happened. Hey, they're getting the sign up. Woo! Riverstone, baby. Riverstone. I just want to take one of the letters, man. Can I just take one of the letters? Would they be mad about that? That'd be kind of cool. All right, damn. Since this bike is so fast, we already made a loop around this shit. Like, all right, I might as well just get off the bike. I want to show you guys where the range is right now and what we left off at, because realistically, I can feel the bike struggling just a little tiny bit. It's still going max speed, but I kind of lost a little bit of that torque, but it's still pulling. I feel like if the bike was at 100%, let's say that's a 10 out of 10. I'd say right now the bike is probably like, I don't know, a 6.5 out of 10. It's still up there. It's not like a 3 out of 10 like some other bikes that cut all your power and you're just like, all right, like this sucks. There was one bike and I forgot the name of it, but we rode it and it limited you to like 17 miles an hour when you still had like 3 or 4 volts left. I was like, what the hell is this? Took me forever to go through the rest of the battery. It was stupid. Absolutely stupid. But anyways, let me pull over here real quick. I'll show you guys the range numbers. Oh, one last thing I want to point out is that you definitely want to tighten this chain and lube it up, because the way the rear chain guard is and protector on it, if it's loose, it bounces and hits that. You can always take it off if you really want. The oil might sling all over the place, but that's not a big deal, right? I don't really care. It's nice it has it, but I'm really getting annoyed by the noise that it makes. But anyways, let's pull over here real quick. Actually, let's go over here where we have some light so we can see. All right. So if you guys saw, we were dipping down into about 40 something volts, like 40.3 or 40.7. Our battery bars over here are flashing. And I thought after letting off, it was actually gonna jump up. It's at 44 volts resting, and I was only here for like about 5 or 10 seconds. But the battery bars over here have not changed. So that means you're getting close to going down. If I put it in 1, I bet you we can get probably another like 5 miles out of this thing, but I just don't want to go that slow. But if you want to get more range out of it, just go slower. Don't go as fast as I do all the time. But here we go. All right, so I did 7.3 miles. We were out here for about 24 minutes. Not too bad. Or 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes. Top speed tonight was 29.6. And our total range was 16.94. So let's just say 17 miles, because that is literally right under 17 miles. So 17 miles to 44.3 volts. Again, you can go down to about 40 volts roughly. So you get another 5 miles out of it. If you probably stay in mode 2, you could probably get maybe 2 more miles or 3 more miles if you just stay in mode 3. It went up to the E right there on the bottom, if you guys can see that. But I wouldn't trust it with the voltage sag on this thing. And another thing is, I left you guys on a cliffhanger in my first video. What happens, and I should have my gloves on for this just in case. What happens if you're riding and you just pull this? Whoa, oh. Error, EO8. Oh, the throttle's not working now. And here's the funny thing. So just say you're chilling, right? And you're like, oh man, I accidentally bumped it off. You know, your hand hit it or whatever, for whatever reason, right? And you're just like, okay, I put it back on. No, it doesn't work. It will still flash for a while and you have to wait. Then it will go. Maybe you have to come to a complete stop, but give it some time, because it will not come back for a while. So you can't just be riding, which I think is hilarious. Let's see if we can actually do this really quick before I let you guys go. Ride it, pull it, error code, put it back. Let's see if it will go away by itself without coming to a complete stop. I think that's hilarious. I actually like that feature, but the bike is so light, people can just pick it up. It's like 114 pounds, but no, check that out. Look, I have to come to a complete stop, then it goes back, and then I can start moving again. Or if you want to do this, this is what I would do. Check this out. Be riding, be like, oh, boom. Oh, error code. Oh, it's all right. Turn it off. Turn it back on. The bike's not going to do anything crazy. Oh, okay, hold on. Now we got an EO9 code. Oh, brother. What is that? I think we upset the bike. I guess you can't do that. Well, the more you know, guys, the more you know. Oh, it's in park now. Okay. There's a park mode on this bike. Oh, one feels really slow. Anyways, that's the video, guys. Love all you guys. Be safe out there riding and just have a blast, man. If you guys want to buy it, it's on Amazon. $11.49 was the price I saw when, making the video. But you can buy it on the website. I have a discount code, which will bring it down, I believe, a little cheaper. So if it's not on sale on Amazon, go check their website, plug in my code, because you might get a little cheaper over there. So anyways, the links are down in the description. If you guys can't find them, drop a comment. I'll send it to you. And peace out. Again, be safe out there. Get some Beyond Riders clothing or something, man. Make sure you are dressed for the ride, man. These things can get dangerous. I'm an idiot for not putting my gloves on, man. My hands are frozen. I've only went like a mile after I took them off, but man, they're so cold. I need to put them in warm water.